Hi guys, my name's Nick, and today I have the Intel Core i7. Did you ever notice when I tell you the name of the product, I look at it? I don't need to do that. I remember that this is the Intel Core i7 4770K Haswell processor. It is the flagship of their Socket 1150 Haswell processors. It's the big cojones until you upgrade to 2011, and then it's not so much anymore. But I want to take it out of the box because this is important. This is what life is all about, unboxing things. So, without further ado, let's look at the processor.
Come here and I will show you the glory of the Intel processor.
It's an Intel processor. I'm going to read the box. No, I'm not. Intel Core i7 processor. Yes, I am. Unlocked power within. LGA 1150. That's the socket, and it's an i7 4770K. So it is the latest and greatest from Intel at the time of this filming. And focus. There. The iPhone really responds well to the Terminator. This box contains an Intel processor and thermal solution designed for use in a desktop PC. So don't put this in a game console. Side of the box. 4 cores. It's a 4-core processor. 8-way multitask processing. That means that they have hyper-threading. So 2 threads run to each core. It's a 4-core processor, but when you have hyper-threading enabled, you can make much more efficient use of the 4 cores. Not all programs benefit from it like right now. Like if you're looking to game, an i5 right now, a Core i5 processor will be cheaper for you and give you identical performance really, except in certain game engines. But on the subject of this little dealio, we are moving towards consoles and environments that really support multi-threaded games a lot better than they used to. It used to not really matter. You didn't need to multi-thread your games, but now they're really starting to do that, and it might be a good investment if you're looking to buy a gaming processor to get one with a few more threads. You might see a bigger benefit in the future. Intel Turbo Boost Technology 2.0, which means that if you have a nice, cool running PC, it'll overclock itself for short amounts of time. It'll give you little bursts of speed, which is cool. Intel Hyper-Threading Technology, same thing as that. Intel Smart Cache, integrated memory controller, supports 2-channel DDR3 memory, 3-year limited warranty, Intel HD Graphics 4600. So if you don't want to buy a big beastly graphics card, these are pretty respectable onboard graphics. Although I would probably recommend an AMD chip if you're going to go, if you were looking for some really good onboard graphics and such. This particular chip is clocked at 3.5 gigahertz, and it's got an 8 megabyte cache. The clock speed of the chip, see there it is not going to matter much for us, because in the system that I'm building, it is going to be water-cooled and overclocked until it's just about melting, which will be fun. And you'll see that a little bit later. Once I get it going, I'll build it and make some videos about it. Let's break the factory seal with Stabby, my knife. That was anticlimactic. That's not working at all. Ah! I have defeated the box.
You're defeated, you silly box. Why did you think to stand against me? You think that I like violence.
Right. We get a manual. Let's look at the manual. The manual's ripped. That's sad. Yep, installation instructions, warranty information, and sticker. It's a fabulous sticker. It's all glittery out here, and I like it a lot. This is a really nice sticker, and this sticker, there's my thumbs up. Yeah, this sticker will be going on my case. So, yeah, and we've got instructions in here, and we don't need them. I will instruct you. It's stuck. You can't figure out how to unbox a processor. Here is the stock heatsink fan. It's pretty self-explanatory. You don't need to buy one if you don't want to. If you're building your own system and you buy this processor, they include a fan for it. And as long as you're not overclocking, thermal paste is already applied. All you do, install. There's more to it than that. Maybe I'll make a video about it. But as far as this little fan goes, it's kind of regarded as your worst bet, other than just not putting a heatsink on it at all and letting it cook itself. The processor. With Haswell, the chip uses a lot less power and it runs a lot cooler. So if you're not really planning on doing a whole lot of overclocking, you can slap this on there. Go ahead. It's not going to hurt you. You know, it might hurt you. Probably not. Only if you stick your fingers in the fan, but, you know, that'll hurt you on any heatsink. Any fan, really. Especially big fans. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Moving right along.
Come on, little one. Come to daddy. I want to play with you. Come out wherever you are.
I know exactly where you are. You can tell that I am just struggling. We're gonna destroy the box. I got it. I got it, everybody. So here it is. Here's this little beautiful processor, which I just think is fabulous. And it says right there on top of the integrated heatsink spreader, IHS, whatever. Intel, it's not a heatsink, it's a heat spreader, but yeah. Intel, restricted, don't say the word Intel. Core, trademark, don't say that either. i7-4770K. And there's some bidding information and batch numbers, and it came from Costa Rica. That's not an accent from Costa Rica, that's just crazy. And it tells you the stock clock speed. And I'm going to get wild and crazy, and I'm going to take it out of the protective envelope. But after,
we will get to the chopper.
Are you guys sick of that joke yet? And there it is. And there's the back. Because from the box over here, it tells us that this is running on socket 1150. That means that there are 1,150 little gold contact pads on the back of this processor. Huh. So, what's there to say about this? This is pretty much as good as you can get without going 2011 and spending a lot more money. And if hyper-threading is a thing for you, if you do any Photoshop work, or if you're looking to be sure that you're going to get the best performance on future games, well, maybe go with this chip. I did. I think it's a pretty good chip. I think everything I unbox is pretty good, don't I? Maybe one day I'll unbox something that I actually don't like. One thing that I don't like about the chip, the Haswells are not the best overclockers compared to Ivy Bridge, but under here is thermal interface material, and a lot of times a CPU manufacturer will solder this IHS onto the chip. Well, Intel used some low quality transfer paste stuff under here, and it can kind of become a barrier for heat transfer. So a lot of people will actually pull off the IHS, delid the processor to expose the actual die, and that'll give them better temperatures and therefore better overclocking. And it voids the hell out of your warranty because you're just taking a razor blade to your CPU. I might do that, actually. Intel Haswell processors use less power at idle than their predecessor, the Ivy Bridge, but they use more power at load. You can see about a 10 to 20% performance improvement over the previous generation Intel architecture. But if you're running on the Halem platform or earlier, I might upgrade right now. If you're running Sandy Bridge or Ivy Bridge, I don't think that you're really going to get the bang for your buck that you were hoping for by a processor upgrade, except for in some special use case scenarios. Now, the Intel Core i7-4770K is just about the best chip that you can get for under $500. And that's why I decided to upgrade my personal rig to a 4770K. The only thing that I might mention is that AMD has better integrated graphics, a lot better. And if you're going to be running integrated graphics, that is not running a discrete graphics card in your build, I might go with an AMD chip if graphics are going to be important to you. The Intel chips have better CPU horsepower, but if graphics are important to you, AMD would probably be the better choice, because you will get quite a bit better graphics performance from an AMD chip. Now, There will be a build log coming up featuring the Core i7-4770K, and I will have an overclocking guide as well. So, subscribe to my channel, like this video or dislike it, and just leave a bunch of comments. A bunch. And thank you guys for watching my unboxing and talk about it for the Intel Core i7-4770K.